Morning.
Good morning, all.
Thursday this morning. We're in Psalm 4.
Yeah.
A Psalm of David again. And he starts and he says, "Answer when I call to you, my righteous God. Give me relief from my distress. Have mercy on me and hear my prayer." I think this first verse, David's just acknowledging that he can't do anything without God. And he's more or less pleading for God's mercy to help him in his distress. There were things going on in his life like that, that he really didn't know what was going on. He didn't know the situation it was in and how it would be resolved. But then he turns to God and he says, "Have mercy on me and hear my prayer. I'm going to pray to you. I'm going to talk to you. And I know that you hear, and I'll wait for your answer."
Yeah.
He had just total trust and faith in God, and if we could be like that, I'm sure we'd be a lot better than we are. That we worry about things and we fret about things. But what David does, he says, "Well, I am worried about it, and I am in my distress, but I know that you've got it in your hand." And we try to see the end from the beginning to the end, whereas God often acts in his way and does things his way. And when we look at our prayers and the way God answers, we think, "Oh, I didn't think of that," because we're not God, are we? But we've got a God that loves us and cares for us and wants the best for us. And so we need to ask him for mercy and ask him to hear our prayer.
I'm just looking at the part where it says about be still.
Verse 4.
Verse 4, yeah. Where it says, is it verse 4?
"Tremble, do not sin. When you are on your bed, search your hearts and be silent."
And be silent. So be still. It's really hard. It's really hard sometimes to do that. I don't know when you were last still before God, but to shut the door and just dwell in his presence without being distracted by anything else, without going off on a tangent and thinking, "Oh, I need to go and sort that out in a minute" or something. It's just literally resigning yourself from anything else and just dwelling and waiting on God. And being still is just allowing God just to minister to you. And like we've said, sometimes God ministers to us. And, we've had this recently, and God answers our prayers in different ways. Sometimes being still means just letting God have the whole lot because it's too big for us to sort out. And sometimes I look at being still and I've got to allow God to just take all the stuff that is in front of me and know that he will sort it out in his time and in his way. And I have to be still in knowing that. I have to not keep picking it up and trying to sort it out for myself or for someone else, but to know that that's in his almighty hands. And I've got to be still and wait.
Lovely. This last verse 8. "In peace I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety."
Yeah.
What a lovely way to go to sleep peacefully, knowing that God's got it.
Yeah.
And we are his beloved. We're his sons and daughters, and we've got Jesus just to thank that we're safe because we're in Jesus' arms. No matter what's going on, he's done everything for us, and we can lie down peacefully and just sleep in his presence.
The more we can trust, the better it is for us. The more we can just allow God to just deal with it, because he knows our prayers and he knows our thoughts and our anxious ways. He knows about it all. So there's no point in going over and over and over it. So the more we can trust, the better. And the more we can see God's glory in it.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye for now.